JOAO PELHINHA's Manchester United move is definitely what we are focusing on right about now. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the United chapter with me, your host Abu KALS, as I'm more than ready, more than dedicated to bring to you the latest right about here as it comes in. We're definitely talking sports, we're definitely talking about Manchester United transfer news. If you're interested in anything that's going to happen in this transfer season, make it a point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss it on whatever we've definitely go to bring to you right about here at the United chapter. JOAO PELHINHA is a very wonderful, very good defensive midfielder. Let's look who is Manchester United having as their defensive midfielder and why is Manchester United looking at getting another defensive midfielder. Why is Erik ten Hag on the hands for a defensive midfielder, and why is JOAO PELHINHA a very good one? Why is he being haunted by clubs like Tottenham Hotspurs, Liverpool and Manchester United? Is he that good? Stick around if you want to know all this. So it will be remembered that Manchester United's defensive midfielder, holding midfielder, is Casemiro, and Casemiro has done quite big fouls last season, but that does not make him any bad football player, because any club needs a football player like Casemiro. Any club needs a football player who'll do dirty work for them, but sometimes Casemiro puts it to a big extent, but he is a very good football player. And when Manchester, by statistics, when Casemiro has not played, Manchester United has not won many games when Casemiro has been off, because he won't allow you. He will definitely go for a comfortable yellow card instead of you scoring. That's how good Casemiro is. Or he will definitely go for a red card instead of you scoring. That's how good or bad he is. So for some time, Erik ten Hag has been looking at getting a defensive midfielder, making sure that there is a better option than Casemiro. But it will be also remembered that we're not saying that Casemiro is a bad football player. He is a good one. But also he's been linked to a number of clubs. Quite very many clubs want Casemiro. Casemiro has been haunted by quite a number of clubs, more especially in Serie A. Very many Serie A clubs have come out and said they want Casemiro. And the fact that Casemiro is a bit old, he's quite old, and looking at the future of Manchester United, let's first see how old is Casemiro. Casemiro's age. I think he's above. He's definitely above. He's above 30. Yeah, he's 31. So the fact that Casemiro is 31, I must say there is it's safe to say that Manchester United should be looking at getting another defensive midfielder. And 31 is not that bad. I mean, he could definitely play for maybe two more seasons, not 2 more seasons, 2 more years or 3 years, 2-3 years, or even 4. He can play up to 35, but will he bring the results that Manchester United needs? That's the question to be asked. Will he be able to bring the results? Will he bring that result that Manchester United definitely needs at 35? Or it's better to get a younger football player. Anyway, it will be remembered that JOAO PELHINHA is a very good one, and he's been playing for Fulham. For those of you who do not know who this gentleman is, he's been playing for Fulham as a defensive midfielder, and he's played quite well for Fulham for quite a long time, and he's played for Braga and also other clubs. And wherever he's been playing, he's been given first team football, and he has that. He definitely knows that he can have that 90 minutes playing time. He is very comfortable with it, and the fact that he's played more than 30 games in the Premier League for Fulham, that definitely shows you that he's very trusted by the manager. The manager definitely trusts him, and that's one of the big reasons as to why he's playing the position he's definitely playing, and he's playing that long period of time. So you'll be remember that Erik ten Hag definitely came out and spotted this gentleman and said a few things about this gentleman and him joining the club, Manchester United. And for those of you who want to know a broader thing, a broader understanding, for those of you who want a broader understanding of who this gentleman is, he's got quite a big name. Joao Maria Lobo Alvarez PELHINHA Gonçalves, definitely a very long name. For some reason, Portuguese always have those long names, but he's commonly known as Joao PELHINHA. He's a professional football player who plays for Premier League club Fulham and also the Portugal national team as a defensive midfielder. He came through Sporting CP, first appearance with first team in 2017, and also having loans at Moreirense and Belenenses and also Braga before going to Fulham, I must say. And he's 27 years old. I mean, when you compare him to Casemiro is definitely Casemiro is quite older. There is a big gap between there of something like 4 years, and with football, 4 years is definitely quite big, massive. A difference of 4 years. There is a lot of productivity in 4 years that Joao PELHINHA can produce for Manchester United, and so we need to see. Casemiro has had quite very many yellow cards and red cards, but this gentleman also. The fact that he's a defensive midfielder, I don't think he will just let it go. I think his name must be having some red cards and maybe a few red cards in the Premier League. But I don't remember him getting a red card. But I know he's got quite a big number of yellow cards in the Premier League. Anyway, let's see for Fulham last season, 2023. Let's see. So 2023, he's played 30 matches and he's managed to score 3 goals, and that's quite wonderful, isn't it? And then he's had 12 yellow cards. And the fact that he's had 12 yellow cards, that shows you he always goes for no nonsense clearances. 12 yellow cards in 30 appearances, a big number, but also not that bad as Casemiro. But he's got no yellow card at all. He doesn't have any red card. He's got no red card, and like Casemiro's got quite a number. He's got some yellow cards and no red card. That's quite good. I mean, you don't want a football player to keep on missing games. Possibly Manchester United would have been in a better position if Casemiro had not missed all that games, because the number of games he's missed, Manchester United have not managed to perform quite well. So United possibly would have ended the season with quite a big number of points, much better if Casemiro had played all of them. But the fact that he had very many yellow cards and very many red cards, kept on accumulating. Definitely, Manchester United lost definitely, and right about now, with quite a big number of clubs are interested in Casemiro, with a big number of clubs in the Middle East and in the Serie A saying you're aging, the Middle East definitely needs you. They are willing to cash in, they're willing to give him quite a big amount of money. Definitely that definitely shows you that he could definitely be moving away from Manchester United. That's a big possibility, as in the news it's been on that he could be also moving to another club. With Erik ten Hag looking for a better defensive midfielder, the one that is definitely in his head right about now is Joao PELHINHA. With Joao PELHINHA's mode of play, Joao PELHINHA, he plays quite well. And see how Fulham performed. I mean, Fulham came from relegation, and for some reason, very many clubs have come from relegation and straight they've gone back to relegation. But Fulham definitely was not near relegation the last season. Definitely, it was not near relegation. Performed quite well, won a few games. Won a number of games. Its position in the Premier League was definitely okay, and because they have got quite a wonderful squad. They've got a very beautiful squad. They've got a very good squad, and this is one of the reasons as to why Manchester United saw this gentleman and they were like, this gentleman definitely needs to be at the club Manchester United. Manchester United is going to be taking this lad, is going to be taking this gentleman because he is a wonderful one. So Manchester United are more than willing to make sure they can pay a lot of money for PELHINHA. For Joao PELHINHA. It will be remembered that Fulham wants £60 million for this gentleman. But it will be remembered again that it's just the beginning of the transfer season. So as time goes on, the price of this gentleman is going to increase, and that is something that the club definitely needs to understand. The price of JOAO PELHINHA is going to be quite big. It's going to increase with time because he is a wonderful and is a good one, and quite many clubs are interested in signing him, and the fact that very many clubs want him is going to create quite a big demand for him, as we've seen before. If a club like Liverpool definitely wants him, right about now there are three main clubs that want him: Tottenham Hotspurs, Spurs want him, Liverpool want him, and Manchester United want him. That definitely shows you that some of these clubs are definitely going to increase what they are willing to pay to him. And if Fulham is saying without 60 million you can't have him, there is competition between Manchester United, there is competition between Tottenham Hotspur, and there is competition from also Liverpool. Liverpool could come out and say possibly we're going to give you 70 million pound, and Manchester United could also come up and say 80. But Liverpool is not known for spending quite a lot of money on football players, but it also will be noted that that JOAO PELHINHA is one of the football players that Jurgen Klopp would definitely like. And the fact that Fabinho at Liverpool could be leaving, and they do not have a very good defensive midfielder, definitely that could trigger them to inject in quite a lot more money on this gentleman, or even act fast. So Manchester United should definitely take notice of that. Manchester United should definitely know that by any chance, definitely it's going to be by any chance. Manchester United should act very fast if they want JOAO PELHINHA, because very many clubs want him, and he's talented. And the defensive midfield at Manchester United, with uncertainties of Casemiro being on the game the next season, Manchester United should definitely have him. And if you've watched Manchester United, how Manchester United started and how it ended the season, definitely you can see depth is also needed at Manchester United. There should be quality. That's one quality, and quality of the football players, and also the broadness. There should be quite a number, depth and quality. There should be quite a number of options at the club, but also it should come with the right football players. I mean, Chelsea had quite a big number of football players, but it didn't go far. It didn't perform quite well. Even when they changed managers, definitely it didn't go on quite well. So it should be the right football players and also the right manager, which Manchester United definitely has right about now. We think Erik ten Hag is going to do a good job, and we think it's going to be a Manchester United for quite a long period of time. That's what I definitely think. That's what I think, and I think it's gonna be massive. I think it's gonna be okay for him to Erik ten Hag to remain on Manchester United, because he's got what to show. The last season hasn't been so bad for him. I think it's been a brilliant one, and I think Manchester United should be so proud of him. Anyway, he needs to be given much more time to develop the club, but developing the club comes in with quite a lot of money, and if he's saying he needs a football player like JOAO PELHINHA, definitely he should have him. I think PELHINHA is a good one. He's a very wonderful one, and since the club manager, since Erik ten Hag has come out and said he is the main focus in this summer transfer window for defensive midfield, and if there is any position that he needs to strengthen, is the defensive midfield. But also, we remember that he talked a little bit about the attacking midfield, not attacking midfield, but the striking section. I think she's definitely needed in there, with also Faltfigos's contract definitely expiring, not even expiring, he was on loan. And right about now, Manchester United is looking for another football player to replace him, and we are sure that this summer transfer window, United is going to ship in. They could have Harry Kane, or United could have Harry Kane, or they could have Victor Osimhen. That's two possibilities of football players that could end up at Manchester United. But for now, I think the fact will remain that JOAO PELHINHA could be coming to Manchester United any time from now, as Erik ten Hag is interested in him, and the coaching staff have said they definitely need one in that position. so that Casemiro can also rest if rest is needed, or if he decides to leave the club. It could be yet another advantage for JOAO PELHINHA to come and show what he's got. And Manchester United could actually even be a better club. Could United be better without JOAO, without Casemiro? I think we should. Casemiro should. My personal opinion, I think Casemiro should stay, but in defensive midfield, another good defensive midfielder is definitely needed, and that could be JOAO PELHINHA. Yeah, they could share the role amongst themselves. Anyway, thank you for being part of this, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related, right about here at the United chapter with me, your host, KALS. Thank you and goodbye for now.